what's going on, people? It's Guns for Hire from NextGenTactics, and we're doing another detailed map walkthrough. This is Grid. Grid, yes. So we're going to start off here. As per usual, we're going to sort of swing around the map, starting on this side, going all the way around until we make a full circle back here. So right off the bat here, as per usual, any map that I show you, the most recommended pathways, the safest pathways are on the perimeter, going through this area here. You want to avoid this whole area in here that I'm in right now. Again, keeping in mind, I'm not going to be showing you strategies for search and destroy. That will be in a different series. I'm just leaving them there so that you're aware of their positions and you can get used to that idea. Anyway, I've played enough deathmatch and free-for-all to know that too many people come running through here from this side or whatever, or from the middle and coming through here. These open areas are dangerous. You stay in here, you've got danger area there, from there, behind, and basically 360 degrees. You want to avoid this. I've seen people, for whatever reason, crouch here, you know what I mean? Like, it's very, very dangerous. You do not want to do that. If you're gonna try and pick off people, then stick on the back here. Like, I mean, this is a lot safer, especially if you've got a claymore or something, you know, place a claymore there, or here even. But you want to sort of generally limit the view, you know what I mean? You want to be able to limit how people see you, whether you're going to choke off that point or here or there. But you don't want to have is a completely open area there. You want to reduce the number of angles that people can actually get a shot off on you, okay? So you want to be very, very aware of that. When you're traveling on the outside, always look for these places here because they do reduce sight lines. Again, all you've got to really worry about is behind you because your reticule is actually, or reticle, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Your aimer is in front of you, so you don't have to actually really worry about that when you're going forward. And you definitely don't have to worry about this side because it's all neutral. So it reduces it and it makes it a lot safer. So remember that. Keep in mind, even like going through here, as you're coming through here, watch for people friggin' camped in here. I know it seems ridiculous, but it is a camping spot. Generally, not a lot of people come in through this main open way here, so you're going to actually see claymores positioned right here, or on this side, or on that side, because a lot of people do use this. As you're coming out here, you need to be aware of that window right there, and I'll show you up in there after. It's a very, very clear, and I'll tell you why, actually. As you're running up here, they've got a clear shot. Anytime you're forced, you know, through these areas here to run through tunnels, or choke points, rather, when you're coming through here, you know, this is a stretch of what, about 15-20 feet, where they can actually give you a headshot. And when you're coming out here, as soon as you're going here, watch again for people situated right there. Easy to defend. I'll show you this building after, but I mean, someone could place a claymore there and simply be watching this area here for camping. It is actually pretty safe for them to do that, and you want to be aware of that when you're coming through this area here, is to watch for someone in there. Obviously, you get to watch that window right off the bat as you're coming through here, but as you're coming out, you want to check that. Now, I'm going to show you the area back here. This is a sniper spot. Watch for claymores in here. Generally, though, if someone is camped up in here, as per any COD game, you're going to have a claymore right where that ladder system is. Now, when someone's up here, they've got easy sight lines to people in the building there. They could easily tag it. And the reason why it's safe is even if they're up here, most people aren't going to see them from down there. Most people aren't going to look. And even if you're here, you're gonna be able to snag people or even chuck a grenade in there. And you've got this choke point here where people have to actually go through. There's no entrance there. That's just an opening. Again, that's actually a spot for a claymore. So you got to be aware of that as well. But as they're coming through here, they tend to try and to get the people coming off there. If you've come across this before, this again is kind of a dangerous spot for people sort of camping and waiting for someone to snag through there. They got a claymore there. They've got reduced visibility when they're here. I mean, this is all sort of blocked off. Very hard for a sniper even to go there. And they've got easy access to that tunnel system and the general courtyard here. Very, very easy, and can peg people as they're coming out of the stairs. So watch for someone here when you're coming out as well. generally you're not going to have someone in all locations. So just be aware of it though. You want to do a quick check of there when you're coming out of the thing, but I would say this is the most dangerous spot. It is the most advantageous spot for an assault person or sniper or whatever to be able to take your ass out. You can actually jump over on top of this roof, and you can actually climb up and into the building this way. Also, the window, although I was saying, you know, watch the window, you'll notice if I'm tucked on the side here, not a lot of people will actually see or even look. I've had a dude stick his weapon out this window while I was actually here looking and nailing people coming out of that way, that area there. But again, when I play Deathmatch and Free-For-All, I'm checking spots, I'm checking locations where people are going to be located. So yes, I do hold these spots. I think, okay, this may be a very good spot, because I have to sort of foresee where people are going to go. It's very new right now, so not everyone is using all the positions. And I know that because I've been in so many positions where people are just constantly running by and getting nailed, and I'm just like, wow, like, you obviously didn't walk through this. And this is why I do walkthroughs with you guys, so that you're aware of this. So just be aware that someone could be here or even prone, and very easy pickings for people coming out there. Very easy as well for people walking by there. So they could easily, if you're going to be here, this is the position you would take. And the reason why is you actually have a vantage point of seeing anyone coming through here, but you can also quickly, you know, nail someone actually that's coming out there. You never want to just sort of position yourself like this and hold down there, because while you're doing that, someone could stand there and kill you. So angling, when people are camping, this is the way they're going to do, and it's dangerous. Sorry, I was like burping or something. Anyway, so that's one of the points there. I'm going to continue along the back. Here's an entranceway to the bottom area here. I'll just show it to you since we're here already. I'm not going to go upstairs. I'll show you that after. This is a thoroughfare, or throughfare, whatever it's called. I think it's thoroughfare. Anyway, you don't want to go in this middle area here. This is an area you want to avoid, and I'm going to show it from all angles as well. You've got sight lines from up there. You've got sight lines there. This whole area down there, even if someone was in the back there with a sniper or assault rifle, it's very, very dangerous. And also, you know, you could have a claymore right here. Not a good spot to be coming in or through. And then this access the upper level stairway, and we'll get to that in a second. So I'm just going to show you quickly in the back here. This area here goes all the way to the back, and this area here is very tricky. We'll get to that after. We're going to cover this building first, but be aware that this whole area in the back is very, very dangerous. It's actually very active and very productive, so you're going to get a lot of kills there, but just be aware it is also very tricky. So let's go back here, and you know what, we're going to start from the very end, which is this spot here that I showed you before. So going up here, remember I told you could put a claymore here and watch for someone from the tunnel sitting up this way coming down. But remember, that is the ultimate spot right over there. Danger. So you're coming in here, watch for claymores here as well, especially if someone's got a claymore here and it's sort of like prone going here. I've been killed by someone actually here. It seems ridiculous. Very, very easy for them to get kills though. Here's the stairway that I showed you. I said it wasn't going to go up. Entranceway going up to the stairs. Again, I will do cover a claymore / C4 guide separately on a different occasion. Here's B-bomb. Yes, get ideas. We'll be covering that separately as well. And here's that room where you can actually climb down onto the ledge here. Remember, if someone was here, very difficult to see unless you're specifically looking. Now, if you're going to try and cover off this choke point right there, and even taking a look there, being positioned right in this window, not only is it dangerous on a normal occasion because you're readily accessible by someone down there, but you've got your back turned to this area here, which is extremely dangerous. You don't actually even need to do that. You can simply sit back this way and even farther back, and still you actually can get a headshot there. You need to be quite the marksman though. You need to have really good accuracy. Use something like an M16 or a sniper rifle. The reason why you want to be back there is exactly what I just said. You've got if you're at the window, you've got your back turned and someone could easily snag you. Plus, this does allow you to place a claymore right here. So even if they do come at you, I mean, if you're situated in this area here, you've got protection. Someone comes in, they're going to get the claymore and it protects you. If you put a claymore here, and went that way, obviously you die. But if you put a claymore here, it's a lot easier for them to come and see that claymore when they're coming in here. Plus, it's pretty dangerous, and it'll be less effective, so you don't want to do that. Now, you're coming up to this window. This window does afford you only one sight line, so generally, the only time I recommend you actually going to this window, other than if there's a whole bunch of noobs running through here because they just don't know any better, which is quite possible, but you want to watch for a sniper on that location. When we get to that building, I'm going to show you why. That spot over there is the best sniper location, I would say, in the game. I would say that's the best one. Other than that spot I showed you right here, which is crazy, sneaky, dirty, that across the way there is incredibly effective. Now, obviously, here's a transition area. You don't want to be stuck in here too much. However, if I can get up on there. However, it does offer amazing sight lines. There's no one coming but from this direction here, and chances are when they're coming through here, if they come through here, they're dead. If they come through on this side here, you're going to see them pass by you, so you're going to be keen and be able to nail them as you go by. It's very difficult for anyone coming from this stairway here, the back stairway, to actually even think about turning around and seeing a camper there. So again, watch, just be aware of that. I know some of you are going to actually use it, but I'm telling you this just because they're effective spots, and while they may not be used right now, I guarantee you that they will be used, especially in search. Search and destroy. I mean, why wouldn't you be in this location? It's very effective, it's dangerous, and if people are rushing, they're not going to check it, you know what I mean? Anyway, we're going in the back. That's the middle building. Here's the area that I said you've got to be very careful. First note I'm going to tell you, avoid. I don't even care if you're on this side here, you think this is a good area, avoid running through any of this area here. Avoid running through anywhere in this area here. If you're going to run through here, go on the extreme perimeter. When I say that, that is extremely important in this game. The reason being is all these bushes here, incredible camouflage. With someone with a ghillie suit and ghost on, it's friggin' impossible to see. You've got protection with rocks. You've got these bushes that friggin' camouflage you like crazy. Someone coming from the back there, when you've got ghost on and a ghillie suit, you are like basically invisible. They will not see you. I promise you that they will not see you. They will not see you in that bush. It perfectly camouflages you. And there's bushes on the other side that do the same thing, which is why I say avoid coming through here. So if you're on the other side coming this way, be aware that these bushes hide people very well. And here's something I want to show you quick. RC car is the opening here. If you're going to launch one, this is one of the best spots here, right here. Perfect for an RC car. Just situate yourself right here, launch it, and I'll show you actually it goes through here and it comes out the other end. In the middle courtyard, which I told you, there's that perfect sniper spot. This is the building we were just in, and here's where the RC car comes out. So just be aware of that. It is a very effective spot for the RC car. You're not going to get any better. So when you're coming through here, make sure you stick to the perimeter. Don't run through there. It's very dangerous. And I'll show you quickly why. Again, these rocks provide crazy amount of protection. You know what I mean? Anyone in here, easy hits. Look at this. I'm completely surrounded by this ghillie suit and ghost. It's very dangerous. You know what I mean? So don't assume that this whole place, because you can't see anyone running around there, is completely open. You've got these bushes here. Even this one here. Incredibly hard to see people in these bushes. Don't believe me? Try it. All these bushes back here. That's what I'm saying. Take the perimeter. Take the extreme perimeter. Most of their eyes are going to be peeled on here because those are the easiest ways to snag noobs that are running through there. So take the outside here and be careful. Look for movements. Look for movements in the bush as you're coming along here. Look in all of these bushes back here for people camping. Now when you're coming through here, there is a way to actually get into the building right there. I don't highly recommend it. You can go in there. The only reason why I don't recommend it is you've got 2 sight lines there, and it's, I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's probably not a good spot for claymores, and it's easy access. It depends on where your team is. Obviously, if you're broken away, most of these things that I'm telling you is when you've broken away from your team, okay? Your team's on the other side of the map, and you are in enemy territory. You have to assume that the enemy is there. So that's that one spot there. I recommend coming through here. Always, again, like I said, on the perimeter. While it's more susceptible to claymores, and I'll show you that right there, that doorway especially is susceptible to claymores. However, as long as you're somewhat aware of it, if you're watching this and you're taking note that, like, okay, there could be a claymore in there, then you're going to be okay. And equip the perk that allows you to see claymores, you shouldn't have any problems. The reason why these areas are good, as you're moving into the midsection of this building here, an easy ability to access the back where we started, you've only got one susceptibility, which is your rear. As you're going forward, keep your eyes peeled. You've got brick and you've got neutral on this side here, so no one's going to be snagging. This right here is where you're going to want to watch for claymores. Very, very, very problematic. And the reason why I say that, it's not just that because, you know, oh, well, people can come in here and see it and shoot it or whatever. That in conjunction with someone camping right here. I have been killed by this person, and I saw him actually, I was watching the kill feed, and he was just raping people from this spot, and it was ridiculous, because as you're coming through, I know it doesn't look like much, but the shadows and everything like that, very hard to see him, and all I could see was his tiny head. I killed him after, because he was a dumbass and stayed there, but, you know, generally, you got to be very careful. So watch for the claymore there, and as soon as you come around the corner, then you're going to watch for a guy in that, camping in that location there. So just be aware of that. And as you're coming through, then you should be all right. That's fine. This access back through almost to the starting point. Almost to the starting point. So you want to be, we'll show that after. And we're going to show this building here first. So here's that room where I was telling you about, that you don't want to sort of enter through here unless it's your team. It's a lot easier to go through. And of course, if you're going to actually snag someone in here, you don't want to go around the far outside to actually access that point. So just be aware of it. And it's not really a high dangerous claymore spot, but just be aware either side there. Like, I personally wouldn't put a claymore here or on the other side, only because someone accessing from this, and this is a high traffic area, which is why that probably that individual was there. But as you're coming through here, very easy to spot a claymore and take it out. So you don't want to waste your time with that. Now here's the bottom access point to the middle section, again, which I told you to avoid. And there's that spot where B is, and the bottom entrance here. You want to avoid it, again, because of the sight lines. When you're coming in here, here is the absolute best sniper location. The reason being is there's only one access point. Anytime that there's a elevated position with only one access point, other than someone jumping onto the van here and getting on here, but if you're up here already, you're going to be able to kill them easily. So a claymore, I wouldn't necessarily put a claymore here. I would put the claymore right here. And the reason why I would put the claymore here is because it's not only going to surprise these people here, they're not going to be able to see it from the stairs, but it's also going to take care of the RC cars. As far as I know, claymores do destroy RC cars. And that is actually a porthole for the RC car. Here's another exit from it, and if someone was so inclined, they could shove it down in here, and you'll see that the ramp goes up to the second floor. So that's the access point there. Very, very dangerous. We're going to go up here, and I'm going to show you. When you're up in here, again, claymore on the side, you do have sort of a viewpoint of here, but remember, they have the advantage. All of the snipers and assault people out there have an advantage, and especially if you're looking at this window. If I'm out there, I'm looking at this window right here as well, because you are not going to spot these people that are camping out there, and you standing in this window are an easy target. So just be aware of that. But this spot, this sniper spot here, you've got sight lines to there. You've got amazing sight lines to this whole area here, and this is a high traffic area. So just be aware, it is one of the best. If you were so inclined, you could also snag people coming through here, but very, very easily defended. You could have someone like this. You're perfect in position to snag people that are across the way, especially even in search. But you've got an amazing vantage point for this area here as well, so keep aware of that. And we're going to go down. We're almost done. We're going into the final stretch. You're going to be able to see there's A-bomb. Here's the area where I said in deathmatch and free-for-all, you don't want to come running out here. This is a dangerous area. Number one, the sniper there, but just generally any open area is very, very dangerous. So you're going to want to come through here. When you come through here, be aware of claymores on either side. If you're going to place a claymore, place it on this side. The reason why I say that is if you place a claymore on this side, anyone coming from that side there is going to spot this claymore right away. So if you place it on this side, it's not only going to snag people coming through this way, but people running from this side here are not going to actually be able to see it until it's too late, and then they're also, especially when they're coming in here. Normally they see the spot here, they're going to run. So they run, they end up getting killed. Another spot here for a claymore is actually right here. Again, hard for them to see coming from this direction. And this little steel, whatever the hell, casing or whatever it is, conceals it just enough so that someone running through here is not going to see it, and it's usually going to be effective. You don't want to place it here. I know this seems ideal, but it's less effective because someone coming from this area is going to see it very, very easily. So now we're back to the beginning. That's it. Here's the spot where I said stay in the perimeter, reduce the sight lines, and we've officially gone full circle. I'm Guns for Hire from NextGenTactics. Thanks for watching the detailed map walkthrough of Grid.
Hey guys, we're on Facebook. Check the description of this video for the link to our new Facebook application. Subscribe and get our latest video updates posted right on the wall on your own Facebook page.